Imagine walking down a road you've traveled 1,000 times, a road you know, one that feels familiar, a road that no longer surprises you. And yet, as you move forward, you feel something inside you that you can't explain. Something is different. Something is shifting just beneath the surface of your awareness, like a call, like a message you haven't yet learned to translate into words. It's the first sign. It doesn't arrive with noise. It doesn't arrive with force. It arrives subtle, silent, gentle. But it's real. In the moments right before a great transformation, the universe doesn't speak to you with sentences. It doesn't speak through dramatic events. It doesn't speak through immediate miracles. It speaks through vibrations. It speaks by modifying your intuition, altering your sensitivity, amplifying the part of you that has always known how to see beyond what physical eyes can interpret. Because the truth is, changes arrive long before you live them. They come as waves, they come as energy, they come as frequencies knocking on your inner field long before your rational mind understands what is about to unfold. And you feel it. Those days when you can't explain why everything feels suspended. Those moments when you look at yourself in the mirror and feel a subtle distance between who you were and who you are becoming. You don't know who you will be next. You can't see it yet. But you sense you will not be the same. And this isn't a thought. It's a physical sensation, an impulse, something brushing against your skin, touching your breath, changing the quality of the silence around you. The universe always speaks before reality changes. Always. It speaks when suddenly you start feeling that a phase is closing, even if nothing on the outside seems different. It speaks when you feel an unexpected nostalgia for something you cannot define, as if you were saying goodbye to a part of yourself, as if an ancient cycle were dissolving to make room for a new chapter. That emotion running through you is not sadness. It is preparation. It is energetic transition. Sometimes the universe takes something away from you, and when it does, it is never a punishment. It is an invisible hand clearing your path. When someone leaves your life, when a job ends, when a project dissolves for no clear reason, it is not your world collapsing. It is your world clearing. It is your life removing the unnecessary. It is your destiny making space for what could never have arrived if you had held on to the past. Before every great leap, the universe creates emptiness. A void that confuses you at first. A void that scares you. A void that makes you believe you are lost. But you are not lost. You are in the corridor, in the passage between what no longer serves you and what is coming toward you. It is an intermediate territory, fragile and precious, in which your energy vibrates at a different frequency than before. And when this happens, events begin to move. You notice details you once ignored. You realize that the people you meet reflect your inner thoughts. Every small conversation contains messages. Every gesture around you seems to synchronize with mathematical precision. You think of someone, and that person writes to you. You wonder if the timing is right, and an external sign appears out of nowhere, as if an invisible force wanted to leave you with no doubts. This is not coincidence. Synchronicities are not accidents. They are the universe aligning the pieces of the puzzle, showing you that you are entering alignment. The strongest sign appears when you feel something inside you breaking open. Not a painful break, an evolutionary one. The beliefs that accompanied you for years begin to crack. The habits that once defined you no longer fit. The opinions you defended start fading. You feel you are changing identity. You feel your soul expanding the radius of its awareness, and as this happens, the world around you reacts. The more you grow, the more some people stop recognizing you, and that's okay. You are no longer the version of yourself they once knew. When the universe is about to transform your life, it transforms you first. Change does not come from the outside. It begins in your energetic field, and only later does it manifest in the physical world. Energy moves first. Reality follows. Always in this order. Some nights, you feel a tiredness that isn't physical. Nights when your body seems to be unloading weights you didn't know you carried. Sudden heaviness, intense dreams, strange awakenings, as if you were releasing memories embedded deep within you. This happens because your frequency rises, and when it rises, anything vibrating lower can no longer stay. It detaches. It dissolves. It's as if you were recalibrating every fragment of your identity. Other times, the opposite happens. You feel full of energy. You feel a creative impulse that makes no sense logically. A fire that pushes you to change everything, renew everything, move, create. The universe uses this too to speak to you. It gives you a preview of the version you are becoming, like a spark, like a glimpse of what awaits you. And then comes the silence. The great silence. The moment when everything seems still, paused, suspended. It is the moment when the universe asks you to listen, to stop, to sense what is maturing beneath the surface. Because a powerful shift needs concentration, needs energy, needs inner space, so you can welcome it. During this silence, the signs become even clearer. You begin seeing the same numbers, attracting the same words, meeting people who speak exactly about what you've been reflecting on. Reality begins answering you like an echo. It isn't imagination, it is connection. It is the frequency you are aligning with that creates a continuous dialogue with what you are about to manifest. The universe also speaks through resistance. When you are about to change, everything that is no longer aligned with you begins to collapse, to exhaust you, to irritate you. Things you once tolerated become heavy. People who once felt comfortable become challenging. Environments that once fit, you begin to feel too tight. This is not a mistake. It is your soul pushing you out of the cage you've stayed in for too long. And if you truly listen, you will notice a very specific sign. The most important of all, it is not an event, not a synchronicity, not a phrase. It is a sense of inevitability, a deep, ancient, undeniable feeling whispering to you. It's time. You cannot explain it. You cannot map it. You cannot justify it. But inside, you know you cannot go back. The version of you that existed yesterday has reached its limit. You are stepping into a new orbit. You are ascending, and that is when it happens. The change manifests. It takes form. It arrives in your physical field. Not always spectacularly, sometimes as an encounter, sometimes as an opportunity, sometimes as a sentence you hear, sometimes as an intuition that becomes a decision, sometimes as a clean break, sometimes as a door opening without you ever knocking. When it happens, you feel a sense of recognition, as if the universe was saying, "See, I was guiding you all along. Everything was already ready. You just had to trust." And in that moment, you understand that nothing happened by accident. Every struggle was preparation. Every loss was liberation. Every synchronicity was a call. Every intuition was direction. Every silence was maturation. Every rupture was rebirth. You understand that the universe has never forgotten your name, that you were never off your path, that you have never walked alone, that you were always guided. And then you begin to see the signs even in your past. You realize that every phase had a purpose, that every detour was leading you exactly where you needed to be. And as this understanding settles inside you, your energy shifts. It becomes more stable, more luminous, more aware. A new level of your life begins. A level where you no longer seek explanations desperately. A level where you finally understand that signs don't come to reassure you. They come to prepare you, to open you, to remind you that every transformation begins within you and only later becomes reality. And so you pause for a moment. You breathe, and you feel a new peace, a peace you've never known before, a peace that feels like certainty, the certainty that you are moving in the right direction, the certainty that the change you are living is not a risk. It is alignment. This is the sign from the universe, and it has guided you all the way here. Because if you're listening to these words, it is not a coincidence. It is a moment of truth, a moment of revelation, a moment of passage. The universe is telling you that you are ready, ready to let go, ready to receive, ready to change, ready to rise in frequency. And what is coming is far greater than anything you are leaving behind.